All right, we got about 15 more minutes. I'm going to go ahead and get to the point we start to close out the show. If anyone else would like to call in, now's the time. 917-889-9682. 917-889-9682. And then push one on your keypad. Next week, we're going to be getting into the lecture series. I'll be talking about topics that I speak about inside of the lecture series itself. As a matter of fact, if you want more information on the lecture series, you can go to my website, LenonHonor.com. Or you can go to LenonHonorFilms.com and click on a link that says online lectures. That'll take you to a page. And on that page, there will be two links. One will say manhood lecture. The other one will say womanhood lecture. Click on the link that says womanhood lecture. It's available in DVD format, and I can mail you the copies of that lecture series. It doesn't matter where you're at in the world. Because I've had people who email me and said, I'm in Africa or I'm in Australia. Is it possible to get DVDs? And of course, I can mail that to you as well. It's not a problem at all. So if you're interested in the lecture series, please check that out. There's also samples listed there of some of the topics that I address in that lecture series. This work is my most important work to date, and this work is the work that I feel in my heart. And as Radil was saying, there are moments in that first lecture where I am so overwhelmed that I am brought to tears. And it is because I feel this so deeply and so strongly. And then I don't want to give too much, but y'all, when you get a chance to take a look at the lecture series, you'll see what I mean. I really feel this inside my heart. This is the most important work that I can do at this time. And not just for women, but for everyone, for women and men, because as we fortify progress in the fortification of women and the value of women, what we will find is the elevation of men in the process. This is one of the most important aspects in terms of male-female relationships. And I'm not speaking in terms strictly in terms of intimate relationships. I'm just talking about our everyday interactions. That when we raise women up, we in fact raise men up in the process, because it is through women that men are elevated in the first place. So if in fact you value women as a man, and if in fact you hold them in high esteem, what you are doing is you are setting up the situation and circumstance wherein the woman can bless you and nurture you into your true greatness. However great you may think you are as a single man, understand that it will pale in comparison with what you can become via your interactions with a woman. And I am living proof and evidence of this. And I have 10 years of evidence and proof of this. There is only so much growth that you can have as a man, as a single man. It is not until we are engaged the feminine principle, wherein we are challenged in areas of our lives that we previously were not challenged in. And of course, many relationships fail because males do not want to become greater. They are fearful of becoming greater. Why so? Because they don't see themselves as being important and having relevance in the world in the first place. They don't see themselves as having value in substance. When you see yourself as important, that you have value in substance, every single day provides you to affirm that reality. So therefore, every single day, as you grow into higher heights of manhood, into higher heights of womanhood, you affirm your importance and value and substance on planet Earth. But there are many men and women, many women who are afraid of laying claim to that truth, that you are valuable and that you are important and that you are of substance and that you have power to change reality for the better. And we all have this, men and women, but we must become greater in order to actualize that. And in order to get to a point that we feel that in our heart, we must become greater. Therefore, every single day, personal refinement, every single day, improving upon your thoughts, every single day, improving upon your condition. And what you find is as you continue to improve upon yourself, you will begin to attract unto you individual situations and circumstances that will be reflective of your growth. I've said this in the lecture series for you women out there. You can only attract what you deserve, and you will only attract the masculine representation of who and what you are today. And if you engage in a process of personal refinement every single day and you improve upon yourself, then what you attract will be that much more improved. Did you know that? And not just intimate relationships, but relationships in general. As you improve, but see, what I'm getting at here before I close out the show is that the self-improvement, if you don't value yourself as a woman, if you don't see yourself as being important, if you do not see yourself as having value and substance, then you will not find a need to improve upon your condition as a woman. A condition that is infinite, your power to become greater, it is infinite. But if you value yourself and you see yourself as having great importance in the cosmos, which you do by virtue of your sacred womb, If you see yourself as having substance, as someone who has something to offer to the world, which you do by virtue of your sacred womb, then you must therefore every single day engage in a process of personal refinement. And as you do that, you will attract the people, the situations and circumstances which will allow you to continue in that process. This is the beauty of life. The beauty of life cannot be found in the mundane, everyday existence of trying to figure out how am I going to please someone else, of trying to figure out how am I going to get rent paid, of trying to find out how am I going to get that new purse or those new shoes, or trying to deal with issues related to self-esteem and self-worth and issues related to beauty and the predominant model and comparing yourself. No, that is not what life is about. Life is about a process every single day that we engage in as men and women of personal refinement wherein we become greater. And as we become greater and we ask those critical questions like, do I value myself as a woman? Do I perceive myself as being important? Do I have something to offer to the world? When we ask those critical questions of ourselves, we will find that we will be inspired to become greater. And as we become greater, we will attract unto us the people, situations, and circumstances that will foster our own greatness. This is the message that I want to leave with you all here today. And next week when we come back, if there's anyone, if you want to answer that initial question, as a woman, do you see yourself as being important and why? If you would like to call in and share next week, I want you to know that you are very welcome here. You will always be welcome, and you are welcome here on this show. This show is for you. As I close out, let me read the poem one more time, and then we'll go ahead and close out the show. I want to thank Radia for calling. I want to thank all of y'all for taking the time to listen to the show, and everyone in the chat room, thank you for being here. Many blessings to you all. Today is Saturday, May 14, 2011. Beloved is she, a woman of great importance. Beloved is she, a woman of value and substance. She is the bringer of life. In her magnificence, she creates us all. She is the nurturer of life. In her wisdom, she raises us all. She inspires life, gives purpose to men, nurtures the progression of growth wherein we find ourselves greater than we were before. Beloved is she, a woman of great importance. Beloved is she, a woman of value and substance. In truth, all womb bearers are of high esteem in the cosmos. It is through the womb bearers that all things manifest. And so it is with great honor and respect that I offer this humble showing of gratitude and appreciation, my dear mother, my dear grandmother, my dear sister, my dear daughter. I thank you. Beloved is she. My name is Lenon Honor, and I thank you for taking the time to listen to this show. Please have a wonderful weekend and enjoy your week. And come on back next week and we'll talk some more. Until next time, y'all, please take care. Peace.
telephone